In a cozy little cottage nestled beside a whispering forest lived a tiny puppy named Pip. Pip wasn't just any puppy. He had ears as soft as velvet, eyes as bright as polished acorns, and a tail that wagged with the enthusiasm of a tiny furry propeller. Every morning, the first ray of sun would tickle his nose, and Pip would burst from his basket, ready for a new day of adventure. His favorite game was leaf chase. The autumn leaves, crisp and golden, would dance in the breeze, and Pip would pounce, tumble, and bark at them with boundless energy. One blustery afternoon, a particularly large red leaf twirled past his nose and floated towards the edge of the forest. Pip, never one to back down from a challenge, followed it with determined little paws. Deeper and deeper he went, until the familiar scent of the cottage faded, replaced by the earthy smell of damp soil and ancient trees. The red leaf landed gently beside a gnarled old oak, its branches reaching like welcoming arms. Suddenly, a tiny, fluffy squirrel peeked out from behind the trunk, holding a nut almost as big as its head. Pip, surprised but curious, tilted his head. The squirrel chattered nervously, dropping its nut. Pip, with a playful yip, nudged the nut back towards the squirrel with his nose. The squirrel, seeing that Pip meant no harm, cautiously retrieved its treasure. They sat there for a moment, a tiny puppy and a tiny squirrel sharing the quiet of the forest. As the sun began to dip, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Pip realized he was far from home. A little whimper escaped him, but then he remembered the way the red leaf had led him. He turned, sniffing the ground, and followed the faint trail of his own tiny paw prints. Soon, the comforting scent of wood smoke filled his nostrils, and he saw the warm glow of the cottage windows. With a final burst of energy, Pip bounded through the garden gate and straight into the waiting arms of his human, who had been worried sick. He licked their face, his tail wagging faster than ever, a silent promise of many more adventures to come, but always, always a return to the warmth of home.